Major funding provided by Robert E. Pogue.
People who are living with dementia should not be excluded from the rest of the society. That's just not right.
We have just been taken down a road in this particular family of conditions that the person doesn't have anything to offer. People are proving that wrong.
That person isn't dementia.
It's having the hope that you can make a difference in the lives of people with dementia, because we really know now that that person is still there.
In a person-centered model of care, we try to cater everything that we do to that individual resident's likes and wants.
When you're a great care partner, you're always anticipating that other person's need.
When you can find a place where your loved one can be and are treated with the kindness that you want and that you extend, then that gives you this big relief.
A lot of mentoring is helping people to understand, no, you can't do all the things you did do, but you still can do a lot. You still have a lot to be thankful for.
Grab a cup of coffee. Would you like a snack too?
Not too much, though.
Good morning, ladies.
Good
morning. There's a lot of doom and gloom. Doctors are often very uncomfortable making the diagnosis. Some of the research that's come out says that they feel that there's nothing they can do.
The paradigm for doctors after giving a diagnosis has been to hand people a couple of cognitive enhancing drugs and saying, here are your prescriptions, that's all I can do for you. Come back when you have more problems.
They say words to you like, go home, get your affairs in order, and see an elderly care attorney. You have no support, absolutely none. You have no hope. You feel as though within a year I'm not going to know anybody.
It's hard. Your whole life changes in an instant when you hear those words that, you have Alzheimer's disease. I knew of Alzheimer's. I just didn't know that people younger than 65 could get it.
I was going through periods of depression, paranoia, those kind of things. I put together a treatment team after I got diagnosed. My neurologist, my general practitioner, I had a speech therapist. I have a life coach who I see weekly. So all those people were involved in terms of my treatment.
I realized after a period of time that there is a diagnosis, and that diagnosis will lead to death. But there's this big life in between. What are we going to do with that in the most effective and positive way for not only self, but for those who are caring for us, enabling us?
In 2017, the World Health Organization released a global action plan regarding the human rights of people living with dementia. It recognized that people with dementia should be empowered, engaged, and included in keeping consistent with the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
The United Nations describes what the responsibilities of governments are for people with different disabilities. And so all of the accommodations need to be made. And these include people with dementia now. And this is new. Understanding that we still have something to give society.
I've learned so much from the voices of people I've met living with the condition who have shown me what can be possible when you fully engage a person and respect their rights and act in solidarity with them to create a better life.
Over 50 million people in the world are living with dementia, with an estimate of 10 million diagnosed every year. According to the Alzheimer's Association, 5.7 million people in the United States are diagnosed with some form of dementia. And as baby boomers reach 85 years of age, the numbers will double.
I see the public narrative of despair circling dementia. That is the prominent public narrative around this condition today. That's what's changing. We're changing from despair to hope. I know I can make a difference. Once you do that, the result, which is the goal of it all, is we have a relationship with that person.
Oh, your nickname is Kathleen.
The understanding that people living with dementia are still here is creating a cultural transformation that is desperately needed. This film shows examples of how people living with dementia can still be empowered and engaged in long-term care communities by using the fundamental philosophy of person-centered care. Our hope is this philosophy will be commonplace in the near future.
Mr. Emmett, let's go to the bathroom and brush your teeth and let's start the day, all right? Okay, hold my hand. Just walk with me. That's it. I'll stay right next to you. Have your toothbrush here. Have a toothpaste on. Just step a little bit closer to the sink so you can brush your teeth for me.
Well-being is beyond physical care. It's social and emotional and spiritual. And it's like, you know, let me be who I am and know me. That whole relationship-based kind of care and culture can make a tremendous difference in the person's journey and in the whole family's journey.
I thought we were really special since we had a picture made in the studio. I think I was 5 years old there in that picture.
My mother, she's a very big jokester, and so she has running jokes with someone. She can't remember their names, but she remembers the way they make her feel.
You want to get up here? Oh, that's the sweetest one. Give me kisses.
She looks younger and looks healthier than she has in years. It's amazing, the difference. Amazing, the difference. Her mind is sharper. They make her feel special by treating her with respect. And I love the fact that she realizes that she matters. Her life matters. That's huge.
When people feel they belong and are part of a group, they have a sense of comfort and will feel more confident and secure in their surroundings.
I appreciate you guys helping me out. How do you define being successful?
The 5 things we know work for people with dementia that affect the way our brains work are diet, exercise, the amount of sleep we get, reducing stress, and the last one is meaning and purpose in life.
More than money. Would you agree with that? Absolutely.
Reduce stress and purpose work because they also reduce inflammation in our bodies. And the key to really stopping dementia from progressing to more severe stages is stopping inflammation in our bodies. Using dance, using theater, using all of these artistic methods is a way to help people's brains continue to function, to be engaged, to enjoy themselves, which is a really important thing, to reduce their depression, to overcome their physical disabilities. It seems like magic, but it should be just normal. It's the way we do things.
Not broke after all.
The mid-stage group, we have what we call music and movement. Every morning, we do it 7 days a week. Procedurally, it's very engaging and energizing, and the music is lively and it gets people going in the morning. The residents find comfort in having a routine of the day. So every morning starts with that morning gathering, and then we break off into our various groups throughout the day.
Masterson Dorothy, oh, there she is. I usually look for you over there.
If you have a strength, if you have something that you're special at, we want to have you be able to do that because that's what makes you feel like, I'm important, right? And I still matter. And so being able to give people that individualization is really a key principle of I'm still here.
3/4 cups of confectionery.
Supporting the individual choices of the resident can create a strong relationship with the staff. Consistent and familiar care partners who really know the person can help ease anxieties and creates a bond based on trust.
Enroll it.
Enroll it.
There. Good job, Joe.
The relationship that you have with the people that you live with and the people that work there is extremely important. And with every good relationship, you need to take time to nurture that relationship. As caregivers, our staff spend a lot of time providing for the personal care needs of our residents, and you get an opportunity, to talk with people some. But let's face it, it's hard to build a connection with people when you're busy helping them getting dressed or helping them with their bathing and those kinds of things. So I felt it was important to intentionally plan time to just get to know each other and to just spend time together.
But then what happens when
Our care partners eat meals with our residents.
We'll just shut the door.
The socialization is amazing. The place just bubbles with conversation and laughter when people are gathered for meal times.
You went old enough.
Why would you not sit down and have a meal with the people that you're taking care of? We're asking these people to let us into the most private areas of their lives. So to let them get to know us is amazing.
Yep. Amen, right?
Yeah, amen.
All right. Good thing for all of us to remember, right?
That's true.
Every day.
When you know the person, when you're familiar with the person, when you're doing the same things with the same people every day, it actually makes your job easier. So by learning new approaches and by doing operational things like having dedicated assignments, we find that we actually can do much more for the person. We have time freed up in our day, and we can still get the tasks done, as we call them, and yet the relationship deepens and the results deepen as well. This has been a key to people removing antipsychotic drugs, not just cutting down the rate, but right down to zero in different homes. That can be done when you do things like this.
then we know we're going to get some things that just are really going to grow. And it will be 3 of yours.
Good morning, Miss Roach.
Yes.
Are you ready to go to the cooking club?
Whatever y'all say, I don't know what I'm doing.
We're going to be on their schedule of when they want to do stuff, if they want to bathe whenever they want, letting them keep that freedom of having charge over their own life. The elders seem to be more happy. A lot of them get out a little more than what they used to, and I mean, I like to help people, I always have, so it's just more pleasant to come to work when you interact with your elders. You know, now you can have more time to talk to the elders and, you know, develop a relationship with the elders. Because sometimes they're lonely, depressed. You know, that more interaction sometimes can make it where they're not so depressed. Okay. Well, next time I'm going to have to tell them, let you bake a cake.
Okay.
We so often see care through our lens, not through the eyes of the receiver.
Right, you know.
So we want to create care partnerships with our staff where we break down some of the silos of a CNA versus an LPN versus a registered nurse. We want to empower staff at every level of care to really make decisions for the best of our residents.
Tell us, but our soups that we've been doing.
Thank you. Right on by your forehead. There's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to your bedroom here.
The philosophy is it's about meeting people where they are. And you can have the best laid plans, but every day people change. And so you've got to be prepared to change with them every day because it's about them.
On this side. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Step this way.
Allowing time for people to do what they can reinforces their sense of autonomy, and empowers them.
To the arm of the chair. That's it. Have a seat.
Using virtual reality training, staff and family members try to complete a task as their vision is impaired, their sense of touch is inhibited, and their hearing is altered. The goal is to give them an experience that's similar to a form of dementia.
You're doing a task and all these background loud noises coming through, and then you have to go back to your task, and it wasn't easy. That was difficult for me.
So what did you think about your impairments? How did that make you feel?
Yeah, I did the mumbling.
When we have someone that's actually diagnosed with dementia, we think something's wrong because we're measuring them according to us. And it's perfectly normal to be frustrated, to mumble, to ask for help, but just reassuring them and let them know it's okay. I'm here to help. What will you do differently?
I'll speak clear and precisely looking at them. I would make certain that their hearing aids have batteries, they have on their eyeglasses, you know,
exactly,
and things like that. Just make sure they're overall comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
When I'm with a person with dementia, all of that will play back in my mind. What's frustrating them?
Sharon, do you want me to bring your drinks back here?
There are many ways of looking at the emotions that people express who are living with dementia. And I think to a certain extent, we all express emotions. But I think we hold people with dementia to a higher standard. When you have dementia, all of a sudden it becomes a behavior and we need to do something about it. When, if you or I did it, it wouldn't be seen as a problem. People should have the right to express a full range of emotions without being judged or silenced. That's part of the human right to be fully human. And this is how they're living, and we have to understand this and support them every way we can.
To be able to sustain culture change in a community, it has to come from the very top, because if they don't really understand and support it, it's not going to trickle throughout the community.
It was interesting. I went into this business, and in some ways I thought it was about caring for the elderly. And in a very interesting way, it's also about caring for your staff. Because when your staff is happy and they feel content and they feel appreciated and valued, then they can be free to give of themselves to the residents that they touch every day.
When you're a great care partner, you're always anticipating that other person's need. I think that at the core of everything, it's about relationship. You have to give people permission to love who we take care of.
It's right there.
We hire people for heart, and you have to be passionate, and then we can train them. So you have to really focus on education and training for people. That's a huge piece. And you can't make someone want to love residents. It's not expensive to give your staff permission to give residents hugs.
Training is training. You need to train your staff on person-centered care. We need to train the staff on how you engage with residents that might have some behaviors. You need to do all of those things. We trained our staff on how to go into the kitchen and, make a waffle in the morning so that we could be flexible when a resident comes in and wants breakfast. Part of this model has helped with retention, and that's costly. You could pay for the model just in keeping your employees happy and engaged.
Go ahead, Ms. Rashan.
So if you're supporting staff and helping them increase their skills and grow, you're making it a pleasant place to live. It's good for family to come and visit. You don't have the staff turnover. In the long run, the return on investment is really good.
Yeah, she said that's her favorite color, blue.
And it somewhat matches their shirt. Got all the different colors.
I've learned that you really have to look for a community that fits to the individual as opposed to the individual fitting to the community.
He's looking at you, kid.
He was an author. He's not going to sit there and do crafts. He needed more stimulation. They don't fit him into a program. They fit the programs around him. And that's been really quite special.
What's the name of the city in North Africa that this took place?
Casablanca.
Casablanca. That's the city.
Being able to relate to the person and understand who they are is imperative to finding ways to connect. Utilizing familiar subjects can evoke discussions and add to their personal growth as an individual.
Rocks. They're rocks? Okay.
I really believe the philosophy that you can be engaged with someone and give them the ability to still negotiate the world without putting lots of drugs in them.
So the green is nature too? Nature.
I itemize every single piece of art that he's done. There's over 500 pieces of art. Before, during, and after his dementia sort of took hold.
Which one are you going to have, darling? Your coffee and your coffee.
Coming here, my mom can be who she is. She's a mover, and she's very friendly, and she's very outgoing, and she's very touchy, and wants a hug and all that stuff. Everybody who's come to visit her say, she looks so happy, your mom looks so great.
Hey, the next page, doing good. Don't believe it. Yeah, the second one says,
as it is in heaven, give us this day our daily
Making connections can be simple, but may need to be accessed in various ways. Even as a person's brain is changing, personalized music and different experiences can still provide meaningful moments, emotionally and spiritually.
And blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou.
Even where my mom is now in her journey, the nodding of the head, the fact that I can see her enjoying the breeze on her face when I'm able to get her outside, those little small things mean that she's still there. When I do her clothes and match them up so that she's still looking like the lady that she is, that's joy. When I bring her her favorite foods that she's enjoyed all her life, that's joy. There are different things that you want for your loved one so that even in the advanced stages of their dementia or their diagnosis, you're playing to their strengths and not to that which has disappeared. You find out from individuals who've gone through it that you do need to take time for yourself. And when you can find a place where your loved one can be and not judged, and are treated with the kindness that you want and that you extend, then that gives you this big relief. I'm not going to let my loved one go down the drain and experience the challenges they don't have to if I'm not there. So if anything that strives or makes us move ahead, it's the love of someone else.
It's all about education and supporting each other. It's a pretty unforgiving disease. A lot of things you can fix, and right now we just can't fix this. And so it's just trying to do it and give as much support along the way as we can. And for the care partners, surround yourself with support, because caregiver burnout, it happens, and it's not good for either person. So they need to really ask, what's going to happen when my loved one ages in place? What do they want at the end of the day? What do they want at end of life? How does the family want to be supported by us?
We really look at how can we help a person holistically. We look at how are we engaging them? Are they getting enough exercise? Each resident has their own tailored aromatherapy plan, which means that they get oils applied to them a couple of times throughout the day, sometimes more if they need it. That helps to maintain that calmness for everybody. It reduces stress. We use oils to help people sleep better at night. And if you sleep better, you have a better day during the day. I didn't mean to trip on your toes. You smell the lemon? So it's holistic, it's natural, it's not going to hurt you, it's not going to leave you hungover in the morning, you're still going to be able to wake up and feel good, but you're going to sleep well. We're using natural, 100% pure essential oils, and I think that that's the big difference. There's a lavender, it's just pure lavender.
I'm now at this about 16 and a half years, but I made it a protocol that's right part of their care plan. It's not an ancillary to think about, it's an expectation in the care plan. It's how it benefits the resident, and I've turned it around where, how does it benefit the staff? When you're doing it on the resident, you're gonna get the direct benefit on your person. It's both directions.
This foot, okay? And put it on my lap so I can reach
These oils that we're working with are amazing because I use them at home too now. And I would have never thought of anything like that. With this disease, it's okay not to have to do everything because life's more important than getting your chores done.
I came because they're going to do a presentation on China today.
My mom said to me when she was first diagnosed, she did not want her care to take over my life. That's given me a lot of comfort in the decisions that we've had to make.
We go back.
Way back, right?
Way back. Joe and I were classmates.
Does he have top secret stories about you that he can share?
I don't know.
We're supposed to go to her, not bring her to us. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned. And so that's what I've seen this crew do so effectively, is going to where my mom's needs are and tapping into her life story to help, you know, maximize moments of joy and minimize moments of anxiety and fear.
It is amazing because he was put on hospice a year ago last Thanksgiving, and we thought we were losing him. I believe this care has extended his life. He's comfortable. He doesn't ask to go home. He'll ask me if I'm sleeping over. He wants us all to be here.
When we go visit them, it's nice to be in a relaxed environment that feels like home. I think we, as a result, stay longer and visit longer, and it kind of turned into a place for my family to meet and socialize.
Once he moved to a place where he could get the care he needed, my mom was then able to be a wife again and give love and affection without all of the stress of daily care.
I think it's important he's at the table. He picks up on what people are saying, and sometimes he'll laugh appropriately with everybody else. He seems more relaxed here.
I feel like some of our best times are around the table, you know, having just those little discussions and the little chronicles and the different things, the weather report in the morning. You know, people just really respond to just that general chatter. This generation, that's what they did, and so I think it's a big part of our day.
And then 70 and sunny every day.
Well, I think there's a level of respect among the staff. They respect one another and they respect the residents. Where my dad was very institutional. My dad fell in an assisted living and was on the floor for an hour and a half before anybody came to find him. He broke his hip and passed away from pneumonia. We were very distressed about the way my dad was taken care of. My mom was transferred here. They're very compassionate. That caring is from the leadership down.
All right. There's that. All right, honey, ready? There you go. Get your pillow. I love you, Carol. I love you too. And I appreciate you. We appreciate you too, sweetheart.
Creating a healthy and comfortable environment is much more than the physical building. The commitment to person-centered care practices must be embraced by everyone.
Your glasses? Can you see me? Okay. Let's go downstairs for breakfast, all right? Just push yourself up for me.
I think it's me here.
Oh.
I like it. I just enjoy music. This is me. Right here. Clarinet.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite musician.
You want to go downstairs for breakfast now?
Okay?
Okay. All right, hold my hand. You got everything we need?
Okay, I think so.
Okay.
Daily routines are very important in helping the person feel at ease. The actions become a natural part of what they do, and the repetition makes it easier to remember. New experiences can add a feeling of excitement and can have long-lasting positive effects.
There is an amazing body of knowledge about equine-assisted therapy. It can decrease aggression, and we certainly see with the horses that someone who is anxious, we could get a 2 or 3 hour improvement in that, or we could get a 2 or 3 day improvement in that. It just depends on the person. When Emmett first came to us, his wife had passed away probably 6 months or so. Okay. He seemed fine. He had transitioned and everything else. And the first day we took him out to the horses, we found him rubbing the horse like this, and he was saying, "It's going to be okay, Ann. It's all going to be okay." And Ann was his wife. And that was the only way we ever knew that he was struggling with coping with her death. If it had not been for the horse, we probably would have never known. We always have to find other ways to understand what people are thinking and give them an opportunity to connect and then share. It's amazing.
Like nothing else day by day, like ghosts by night that swarm.
A lot of people with dementia don't rest well at night. So getting them engaged and involved is so important, because then you can get them to sleep, which then makes them less agitated the next day. So it's like a cycle that you're trying to break. Yeah, dance with the daffodils. Getting them involved in the day-to-day, out of their rooms, off the television, interacting with people. We kind of go through the gamut because they all have different tastes.
Staying engaged and utilizing technology to explore and communicate can help people feel more connected.
Okie doke. I'm gonna put this just right on top of your head and we're gonna look at some dolphins.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I take my walker with me?
Nope, we're just gonna stay seated. How's that feel?
Oh, it's a big fish. Oh, they're big fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, 6. Oh, there's too many of them. And there's a baby underneath her in there. Where's my hand? I can't
So,
see. Do you know what that's amazing.
You like it?
Yes. I've never seen anything like it.
At first, our staff were a little reluctant. They thought a person with dementia or Alzheimer's and you put the goggles on them, that maybe they'd get more confused. But after actually putting the goggles on themselves and then putting it on some of our Alzheimer's and related dementia residents and seeing the expression on their faces really sold the staff. And so that's part of what we do now in our technology.
Do you have to have special glasses for that?
This shows you them, like you're in there swimming with them.
Oh. Wow. Because I've never been that close to a dolphin, really. It was very nice out there on the shore. It almost took my breath away because it all seems like it's right at you. You know, I think it's very relaxing.
We began with technology and having our birdsong tablet that every resident has in their room, staying engaged with their family, engaging with the staff who are interacting along the process. Since we started our Lighthouse engagement model, we looked at measures before we started the model and after, and we found that there was a difference in reporting pain, in the use of antipsychotic medication, and there was a difference in depression. The employee is more engaged. In fact, our retention rate and our employee engagement rate has improved 35% from before we started our model.
Maybe that you haven't been to?
Let's look at that.
24, Nepali Coast, Hawaii.
I went to the university there. I was a freshman. I took English and, regular.
This glacial valley is a popular spot for photographers and tourists.
Technology is just an incredible opportunity to just enhance the quality of people's life. If somebody's agitated, and oftentimes the first reaction to calm that person down is to give them antipsychotic drugs. If before you go that route, get them the music that they want, get them a priest saying the rosary, get them their grandkids singing happy birthday. Your staff feels better about it, the families feel better about it. So all these practical realities that people running senior living communities are having to deal with from a regulatory standpoint, there really is a way to benefit those regulations with having the technology there, but only if it's designed for that person. It can oftentimes be, let's throw something in there and expect it to happen. It's really about making that connection between what makes that person tick and then what would be the technology that would support that.
You're just so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Okay.
So let's take in one deep breath. And let it go.
Loneliness and depression, the statistics on it have not changed in over 50 years. And that's despite these social calendars filled with light social events. The research shows that people who engage in peer support on a regular basis, so people who are actively contributing, giving back to their community, reaching out, helping others, loneliness and depression does this. So people who engage in peer support are healthier, they're happier, they live longer. So there's a lot of evidence that's showing us that peer support groups are so effective. So that's why having peer support as a model within a home is really exciting, because it means that we are mobilizing this unused resource that we have, which is the residents themselves. Not only are they capable of it, they're probably the best resource we could possibly ask for, because peers can help each other the way that nobody else can.
1, 2, 3, 4. Woo!
Physical exercise is important, but often much more effective when doing something meaningful. Having a personal relationship between staff and residents can be essential to keep people active and engaging in purposeful activities.
There you go. All right.
Hey, Larry. How you doing?
Where?
All right. You mind if I come in and sit down? So I know we were talking earlier in the week about certain keys not playing that well. Sometimes they just get gummed up.
And this is the one that you worked on before.
Right.
Key E.
E, right. We used to call it clean E because it was all clean.
How long have we been doing this?
About 4 years.
About 4 years.
Yeah. When we get together, the group really loves harmonicas. All right, Larry, take it away.
We're together 2 days a week, so that takes up a good bit of my time, which is good because I have trouble getting out of bed every now and then. John sees that I get up, as he did today. Yes, it means a lot to me. These people here have made this badge, which I value very, very much, because it keeps me occupied and something that I'm able to do.
Especially with the harmonica playing, that helps your breathing, you know, because you're taking these deep breaths, you know, so your lung strength is remarkably different from before you were playing harmonica as much as you are now.
Yeah.
And like I said, people depend on you. You know, they look forward to you being there. It's a great thing for you to be there and to share your talent with the group.
Music I've always loved, so I'm hoping that I can continue with it for some time yet.
When we're surrounded by plant material, green, it allows us to relax, recover from stress. It allows us to heal. Good morning.
It's extremely important that you continue to do things with your hands, whether it be minimal things or whether it be something complicated. They encourage you to do different things with looking down at the plants, and if you do want to talk to somebody, you can do that. And so that's one of the things that encourages us here.
When I come in and bring plants in, or we come out to the greenhouse or the therapeutic gardens, you see that increase in their level of socialization. You see an improvement of their mood. It helps you to get sunlight that helps with your circadian rhythm. So that translates into better sleep. Getting that sunshine helps us to absorb vitamin D. So that helps us to not become depressed. So there's all of that, but also going out and seeing what you planted, seeing how it developed. That boosts your self-esteem, that boosts your sense of self-worth. That looks good.
You say that's good. You said it's good.
When you start allocating some resources to garden spaces, the natural environment, it helps staff, it helps family members, but first and foremost, it improves care.
Mom. You want to do something like Silent Night? You would know that.
It's warm, it's inviting. I don't call it a nursing facility, it's a home. It's their house. We're helping them live. They're still living, so we're just helping guide them.
We'll get the washer started.
They're supposed to be doing still a lot for themselves because, that gives them purpose.
Put it in here.
It's important that people are engaged, that they're not just sitting staring out the window all day, but we needed to look carefully at what that engagement really was. So we have the routine throughout the day that is very similar to probably the routine that you and I and most people have. We get up in the morning and have breakfast and have some sort of morning coffee time, some social time or engagement time, whatever that might be. We have a few residents that these ladies were avid housekeepers. I'm sure their homes were immaculate, and they will help us with those things around our house because they want to, and it's meaningful and important to them. So we just tailor our engagement activities around what it is people did at home, the way they want to spend their time now.
Well, I can't find it. There it is.
Did you find it?
What they want is for us to know them and know them well. And we do tend to catch things a little quicker because we're with them.
Okay. We kind of have to just remind each other, hey, don't do it for them, let them do it. You learn to slow down and go at their pace. You read their body language. Residents are happier, family members are happier, decreases behavior, improves sleep, and falls go way down.
And then this is Mom, and then Daddy.
That person isn't dementia. It's not Joanne with dementia, it's Joanne Joanne still is in there. Joanne still loves to clean, she loves to cook, she loves to interact. Okay. She loves to sit down and chat. What do we have to lose? Letting her dust and vacuum and help her make the bed. It's giving her joy. It's giving her reason to be herself again. Is that it? That's it.
We're all for you. They have their own relationships also with the other residents. You know, they go to each other's apartments, and it's kind of like just a little community. We won.
I am the healthiest person in the world. Yes. I love all of the children at Jill's House Intergenerational Preschool. Yes. All right. Good job.
And of course, with the preschool, that's great, the way life is. Their faces light up when they see the kids, and the kids learn from them. It's the way it should be.
Children and the elderly just connect in a special way. And boy, they can take our residents and get them to do anything.
Would you like to color today, Miss Honey?
And our residents so appreciate having those children around. And when we talk about making real change in our society, we must start with educating the kids and giving them opportunities to bridge those generations.
Relationships outside of the family and staff are important to feel needed and to have real purpose. We all have a need to help others, which can encourage, motivate, and empower us.
And 2, testing elbow function. And 3, working every angle of the elbow. And 4.
What do you use limes for?
It's all evidence-based practices that can not only delay the onset of Alzheimer's and dementias, but it can delay the progression. And what's so exciting about it to me is that it's really a healthy lifestyle program. Research has been done that food actually is affecting our mind. It's really based around healthy foods. The Mediterranean diet incorporates a lot of those practices. We've always tracked our outcomes. Falls are one of them, and we have very low falls compared to the rest of the industry. It's giving them that respect and dignity. Take the time and allow them to get up and walk if they can, or maybe they do things a little bit slower, but that's okay. We'll take the time to do that. But how it makes them feel, right? To be able to stand up or walk or move, and encouraging them to do all that they can do.
There it is. Found it. The baking. Come on, Mr. Mas. Okay.
Oh, that's heavy. Jeez.
One is enough, no? Look at how big they are. Oh, you said 15 cents.
Yeah, I did. I thought it says 15.
How many cups, Brian?
It's 2 cups per 4 cups of flour, and then a half a cup of peanut butter, so 1 cup of peanut butter.
That's your job.
All right. It's a lot of fun to make biscuits and bring them to the dogs versus bringing, packaged dog biscuits.
That's heaping.
Yes.
And then 2 cups of oatmeal. We prefer shaken, not stirred.
We're going to get to taste it.
Everything with meaning has long-lasting memories.
Everything here is edible.
Looking good, huh? The dogs are gonna love this biscuit, right?
Make with love.
Make with love. That's right.
There's a lot more emotional connection. Nothing is shallow. It's a very deep experience, and so we can carry those with us for a lifetime.
There you go. Okay. Come on, ladies.
We love dogs. They're literally dog biscuits. And so we're bringing them to the dogs.
Anybody want one?
Miss Jody's going to join you. She's going to get a massage too.
Oh, good.
Today we've been going around the city of Azusa
And in visiting businesses specifically that have gone through the dementia-friendly training, we wanted to make a community that is informed, safe, and respectful of all individuals in an effort to try to break down the stigmas that a lot of people have based around this diagnosis. And that's what we're trying to do with the dementia-friendly initiative.
It was really enlightening, really opened up our eyes to all the needs for the community. Sometimes we get a misconception when we see somebody that's out on the floor, perhaps eating or just looking lost. Sometimes we think that they could be drunk or on drugs. And in fact, a lot of times they're not.
It's an everyday training process. With every case of dementia, it's different. The statistics of how many people actually have it was very shocking. And then with an aging population, it's only gonna keep increasing. So it's definitely something businesses need to be more sensitive towards. That to me was something I could take with me anywhere, not just for business, I mean for life.
It's not hard. It's a simple couple-hour training for one person, is the way I did it, and then have that person responsible for training others. It's actually kind of exciting. It's another way of building their morale and building their skill set, and it makes them feel more confident in serving whoever walks through that door.
The thing that resonated with me the most was how they said they may not remember even a particular instance, but they'll remember a feeling that they have about a place. I personally like to get a little bit more level when I'm taking their orders as to not intimidate them so you're not towering over them. Make it a little bit more friendly, like we're hanging out. I was really excited to further my community outreach and what I could do, and so I really enjoy it.
Oh, you're welcome. You have a great rest of your day. Bye, Miss Dorothy. Bye, thank you. Yes.
Communities all over the country are creating more awareness by forming training sessions to educate businesses and individuals. There's so much to do as people living with dementia will need support and accommodations to live a life they choose.
It's really not so much about mitigating disease as it is about supporting well-being. And I use a framework that came from a grant that Eden Alternative sponsored that has 7 domains, which are identity, connectedness, security, autonomy, meaning, growth, and joy. You can work on these 7 domains of well-being today with yourself and with your loved one. And there's so many ways you can do that without spending money, without changing the building the person lives in. I think we can have dramatic effects on people's lives with or without a new pill.
We can create a better society. Dementia should be treated like any other disability. And that means we need to provide accommodations and opportunities for them to be included, to be a part of their community. They're the only ones who really are the experts.
There are 5.5 million people that are living with this in the U.S. right now. They need opportunities to live life more fully.
To me, I'd like to see the doctors give people a list of chat groups and forums where people could get help, get guidance and support. There's dementiamentors.org, which people like me can one-on-one deal with people and help them through the transition.
We go to a support group, we get empowerment. We hear the stories of what they can do and cannot do, but when they leave there, they have hope.
I tell people, I'm gonna be the first one to beat this. With dementia, and I'm gonna let food be my medicine, and we exercise. They said I'm doing all the right stuff.
People wait until there's a crisis. Somebody's in the hospital, then they need a placement. Oh, we have 24 hours, because hospitals don't keep you very long. There was this memory care community that was opening near our home. And so we went up and we took our granddaughter, our grandsons, our daughters, their spouses, all together. We went to this assisted living community. You know, the challenge is seeing a beautiful building and recognizing quality care.
I went around with my grandkids and we were looking at it, at all the different rooms and stuff, but it's all about wildlife. My granddaughter comes around, I found your room, and it's the rainbow
Trout
the trout room. So, you know, she's already picked out where she wants me to go. So it was really nice.
So what we're doing now from a distance is watching to see if it gives the quality of care that we want Mark to have if he needs that.
Right.
But that's the biggest thing, is preparing in advance all the way around.
Normalcy is a very powerful word. I was on TV, I was on radio, I made videos, and I did all this stuff. So when I get to do that, that is my normalcy.
That's me, your narrator, and I'm living with Alzheimer's disease. It doesn't keep me from doing things meaningful, like being an international dementia advocate, or advocating for the rights of other individuals who have a dementia-related illness, or speaking on behalf of those who are no longer with us. I do have bad days at times. Since my diagnosis 4 years ago, I've progressed a bit. What I've found is with the right support and accommodations, I'm still living well and can continue to do most of the things I like to do, like narrating a documentary.
There's this very fine line between I not want your pity, but I do need your understanding. Help me work with the way my brain be go, which means you need to get to know me. That's care. It helps me remain the person I would want to be. I know what LOVE means, but I don't feel that. So I lean into other words like dragonfly, the sound of birds, the ripple of the sun on the water, people that come to my house with a smile on their face and say, "Hi, it's great to see you." How could you not feel good with that?
By truly connecting with people living with dementia and seeing their strengths, we empower them. It enriches their lives. We've seen that people are more likely to feel joy and comfort when treated with dignity, respect, and love. This is the true meaning of person-centered care, and it's what we should expect for our loved ones and for ourselves.
Major funding provided by Robert E. Pogue.